Natsu from Fairy Tail, the main character. He's selected for last class trials. He says, I have happy, I'm cool. They run to, the tunnel and they're like, this is tunnel E, so we must find Urza here. But then, Gildarts was in that tunnel and he was like, okay, well, I don't get to hold anything back now. And he was fighting against Gildarts with everything he had, and then Gildart showed him his true power and he was shaking the island and shit, and he was like, I can't win this. He was upset, but then he continued, moving forward. He saw Zeref, and Zeref was like, hey, Natsu. And he was like, acting like he knew Natsu, and Natsu was like, wait, what? Like, who the fuck are you? I never heard of you before. And they said that was Zeref and other things, and Mess was like, we have to get the fuck off this island. And he was like, no, these assholes attacked us. We're going to, like, bury them deep in the ground, and I'll bury you, too, if you try to get in our way. Because we can't stand for shit like this. Then he went and he fought against Zonkro, a flame god slayer. He ended up defeating him, but it was like rough because he didn't know how to absorb his flames at first. Because Natsu gets empowered by fire. He can absorb fire and become more powerful. He had to empty all the magical power out of his body and then take in Zonkro's flame, and that's how he was able to do it. He defeated Zonkro. Then he went on to fight against Ultir. Actually jumped his ass and he got knocked out for a little bit. But then he found Kane and defeated him with Lucy. Then he went to find Hades. He attacked with everybody, the group. Lucy, Gray, Urza, and Wendy. He attacked with them. Then, he was going to be, put down for good. And then Loxus showed up to save him. Then Loxus gave his magical power to Natsu when he had lightning, flame, dragon mode. So he had two attributes, lightning and fire. And he fought against Hades by himself. And he hit him with a lightning, flame, dragon roar. And that really fucked him up. But he had the devil's eye still. And it opened. And then he summoned all these demons from, the primordial plane. The abyss of sorcery, as he called it. And then, he was still there. Natsu was like, we're still here, we are still a team, and we're still not dead. If we ain't dead, we still have to fight. And they kept on fighting. The Exeeds ended up destroying the Devil's Heart, and then combo attacks defeated Hades. Natsu got the finishing blow on him. But then he tried to attack Acnologia. He asked about Igneel, but Acnologia wasn't hearing that shit. So then, he, put his hands together for the Fairy Spear, and, everybody was saved because of that move. But Natsu's strength is a 90%, speed 89, 88 for his durability, 90 for his endurance, 85 for his intelligence, 87 for his experience, 90 for his close skills, 91 for his range skills, 86 for his recoup, and 92 for his attack. So his overall power score is at 88.8 during Tenrou Island. So be cool going on the corner. And I'm all fired up, like Natsu would say. So be cool going on the corner.